What's up, fellas? Yeah, I see the title. How to Forget Your Ex in 24 Hours. I know it's clickbaity, but it's 100% possible. You can probably do it even faster. Let me break down the situation for 80% of the guys who call me. The relationship is over, or it's right at the end, and the guy finally looks back and sees the real picture. And what does he see? A woman who wasn't investing in the relationship. A woman who maybe wasn't even doing her share of basic domestic shit. A woman who showed no care, no support. She constantly caused discomfort with her behavior. She was always guilt-tripping him, starting fights, always complaining about something. When are you finally going to change? A woman who had zero respect for his interests. You know those little petty situations? Where she could have easily done something to make your life easier, but she just couldn't be bothered. And it just grinds you down. You start digging deeper and you realize, what did this relationship even give me? Nothing. Nothing but anxiety, drama, and a constant fucking headache. So then I asked the guy, okay, how's work? How's your hobby? How's the gym? And it's all falling apart. Because he's got stress at home, which bleeds into stress everywhere else. Forget about support, that wasn't even on the table. His whole world is just crumbling. He's got apathy, and after all her bullshit, his self-esteem is completely shot. He feels useless, needy, like a total loser. And here's the kicker. 85% of these guys come to me drowning in guilt. But when we actually look at the facts, he's the one who did everything. He invested. He tried to build a future. He spent the money. He was the one always trying to smooth things over, de-escalate the fights. He let so much slide. He enabled her behavior. And what did he get in return? Jack. Shit. So, why the hell do we even need a relationship like that? You know that saying, a relationship should multiply your joy and divide your problems? That's 100% true. If you are better off, happier, and more at peace alone than you are with her, you don't need that relationship. Unless, of course, you just want to suffer. If you've got a suffering fetish, knock yourself out. So what's keeping the guy hooked? Yeah, it's an addiction. It's One-Itis. It's a high level of perceived value, a value that he built up in his own head. That's the key. You have to get to the point where you realize, I am not the one who lost here. You have to imagine what the future with a woman like this would look like. But right now, the guy is living in a fantasy. His mind is foggy. I can spend an entire consultation trying to explain to a guy that he's not the one at fault, and he just can't see it. He keeps remembering the beginning of the relationship. By the way, here's an interesting experiment. If you still have your old texts from when you first started dating, go open them. Listen to the old voice notes. Listen to her tone, the way she wrote. You will see a completely different person. And the guy points to that and says, see, that's who she really is. I must have done something wrong to make her change. Fellas, you have to understand this. Why was she so agreeable and invested back then? What if that wasn't her personality? What if it was just the demo mode? What if it was just the hunt, the desire to lock you down, and once she got you, the mask came off? That's a crucial distinction. Do you want to suffer? Do you want your future to be a living hell? Look, if you have kids together, okay, that's complicated. That's a lifelong connection. Guys in that spot know what I'm talking about. But for the majority of my clients, you don't have kids yet. Guys, you're lucky. The only price you're paying now is your feelings. It feels like this pain will last forever. It feels like she was the one and you'll never notice another woman again. It's all temporary. All of this. It's just the inertia of a negative event. You crash your car, wake up the next morning feeling terrible and think, oh yeah, I need to pay for the repairs. Paid, fixed, moved on. With a girl it's different. You refuse to accept the fact that it's over and that it didn't do you any good. If your car breaks down and the repairs cost more than it's worth, what do? You sell it for scrap and buy a new one. So why do you continue to suffer when a woman who's completely broken and breaks down at every intersection torments you? You're simply torturing yourself and refusing to let go. People might say, how can you compare the woman you love to a car? A perfect analogy. Your relationship is one of the pillars of your life. It directly impacts everything else. Why do men fall into this trap? No priorities, no standards. He's simply driven by emotions. I love her because she has a nice ass. The rest is just in his head. Guys, you need strict criteria. 1. The relationship should bring you comfort and peace. 2. Your life with her should be better than without her. Otherwise, the relationship is worthless. If a woman doesn't do what you consider fundamental, if she does what you consider unacceptable, you leave. And trust me, when you live by these principles, she will adapt. You won't make concessions like a nice guy and play the wimp. So, guys, right now, there's no reason to suffer. If your life feels empty, if you feel devastated, just think about how much anxiety you've experienced before. Trust me, time will pass, and this person will simply disappear. I see hundreds of men pass through my office. I see patterns. I know how it ends. If a woman is a problem, you cannot build a life with her. Understand this. Stop living in fantasy. Take a deep breath and realize you just dodged a bullet. Be glad it's over now. Imagine you were together for just a couple of years. That's the easy part. It's a smooth road. What happens when a real-life crisis hits? Because it will. Who do you want by your side at that moment? A faithful partner who will support you? Or this person who has proven they'll leave you at any moment? Now I know what you're thinking. Max, you're all about getting your exes back, and yet you're sitting here saying things like that. Guys, my content is driven by market demand. Many men want their exes back. When a man comes in for a consultation, I don't always tell him it's a good idea. Yes, we can do it. And sometimes, trying to get her back, he realizes she's not worth it. And sometimes he says, I know she's not right for me, but I still want her. It seems he's still going to suffer, but it all comes down to the end. The real reason you're suffering now, the reason you feel empty, is because you don't believe in yourself. You feel abandoned, forsaken, a failure. Guys, rethink your reality. Believe me, if you were with a woman like that, she'd have a long, hard road of disappointment ahead of her. And compared to the guy she'll meet there, you'll look like a real catch. And she looks back. Watch my other videos if you want to know how to get your ex-girlfriend back. See you next time.